Mm, okay, so Smile also joined. Okay, so yeah, so this whole setups and everything I am giving you people to do. Okay, and you need to do what? You need to do all the steps, take screenshots, create a work document, and upload on LinkedIn also. Okay, this will give you some visibility. Okay, in front of the recruiter that you have done this whole configuration, whole set of things. And the thing is, you also need to document each and everything. What is password hash synchronization? What is pass through authentication? What is password write back? All the details, and if there are few issues that you faced, that also you can demonstrate. Okay, and yeah, create a document and post it on LinkedIn. It will be good for you people. Okay, because on Naukri you can't create posts, so you can create post on LinkedIn only. So that LinkedIn account you can attach with your Naukri profile. Okay, so if any recruiter reaches out to you, he can see what you have done and everything. Okay, so try to do this by Wednesday. Okay, if you face difficulties, obviously you can reach out. It is not like uh, but try. Okay, give it a try. A search from GPT, search from Google. Okay, do from wherever you want to search. Okay. 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 So now we have discussed about this Microsoft Intra. Yeah, I will show you few things, but okay. So uh, okay. So if we come, how do we download that Microsoft Intra Connect tool? I think you need to go to this option, Microsoft Intra Connect option. Okay, and see here we have Azure AD Connect, Microsoft Intra Connect. Okay, so what you need to do, guys? You just need to cloud sync. First is cloud sync. Okay, so you see what this cloud sync, this option is providing to you. Microsoft Interconnect Cloud Sync is a new offering from Microsoft designed to meet and accomplish your hybrid identity goals for synchronization of user groups and contacts to Microsoft Entra ID. Okay, it accomplishes this by using the Microsoft Entra Cloud Provisioning Agent. Okay, the same thing, agent and tool, both are same, instead of Microsoft Entra Connect application. Okay, so you just need to click on Learn More. Okay, and over here there is one video also. Okay, see the same thing. Active Directory domain service is there. This is your Microsoft Entra ID. Okay, so see as in communication, everything. You go and read this document also once. So you need to click on Install Cloud Sync. Okay, you need to click on this option. Yeah, see here you are getting now. Click here to use the tool. Okay, so if you will click over here now, okay, so you can download that tool, and you can download in your system, and you can simply copy and paste it to your Windows server. Okay, and then install on that Windows server where you have configured Active Directory domain services and everything. Copy and paste works. Okay, from your computer to that remote computer. Okay, so you need to come over here and download this tool. Okay, so is it fine? Will you people be able to implement this? Rameshri?
Yes, sir, we'll try, sir.
Okay. Okay, you people can try and just let me know. It's simple only. Okay, here also you need user account. User, not, but the thing is like the user, the name should be different. Okay, you can't create same username. So here user three, something like that. Okay. So this topic is done. Microsoft Intra Connect. So now we have one more topic, and that is also very important for us. Okay, and that is privileged identity management. Just identity. Okay. So can someone tell me what is this privileged identity management? This is part of Microsoft Intra ID only. Okay. I think from where you will get this option. Huh. This is part of identity governance. Okay. So here, over here, you will have that option, privileged identity management. This tenant does not have subscription to. Yeah, actually, no. This identity governance, we will have to use P1 or P2 license. That is compulsory. Okay. When I uh, on the first day when I demonstrated, now like what are the options that we will be getting into our free tier, P1 tier, P2 tier. So identity government, not P1, you need P2 license for this. Okay, because this is highly uh, what we can say, it is like the organizations will be using this service. Okay, and for this service they will have to pay some good amounts to Azure. Okay, so we'll discuss. Theoretically, we'll discuss what is this privileged identity management all about. Okay, and labs for this actually it won't be possible because P2 licenses it will be costing us $9 per user per month. Okay, so that will be a good amount for us. Okay, so we can discuss through Paint, through Notepad, we can discuss this. Okay, so if they ask in the interview, so you need to tell them properly what is this privileged identity management all about. Okay, so we have till now we have discussed about roles, assign roles and everything. How do we assign roles to a user? Okay, and what are the different type of roles that we can assign to a user when it comes to Microsoft Entra ID level? Can someone just let me know what is the highest privilege that we can offer to a user at directory level?
Global.
Yeah, global administrator. And what about subscription level or resource group level? What is the maximum privilege? Hmm?
Owner.
Yeah, owner. So, so this privileged identity management is part of identity governance. Okay, so in this, what happens is when we are assigning, suppose I created this Azure account that we are using with the name of Gaurav. Okay, I created with the name of Gaurav. Okay, so by default, I got few permissions. What are the default permissions? I became account administrator. Okay, I can manage the whole Azure account because I created this Azure account. I took the subscription. Firstly, I registered on Azure and then I took the subscription. Okay, so I became a account administrator by default. Okay, and this permission I cannot assign to anyone. Okay, this is for someone who has created the account on Azure. Okay, and what next? I have been given global administrator privilege also by default. Okay, these two privilege I got by default on Azure. Okay, so now if suppose I created a user account with the name of let's take today Susma. Okay, I created her account on Azure. Okay, we are discussing on not on we are discussing this creation on Azure only. Okay, so I have created a user account with the name of Susma. Okay, and what I did is I gave her global admin rights. Okay, I gave her global admin rights. Okay, so now Susma also has global admin rights. Susma can also do everything on the Azure AD portal. Okay, she can assign roles, any roles to anyone. She can uh, create another tenant. She can do whatever. Okay, that I can do from the Azure AD portal. Okay, but the thing is, Susma needs global admin rights, but Susma doesn't need global admin rights for 24 hours. Okay, Susma has the requirement that's why I have given her the global admin rights. But Susma requires global admin rights for suppose 2 hours in a day. Okay, she requires global admin rights for 2 hours in a day. Okay, but we have assigned her global admin rights for 24 hours. Okay, and the second drawback of assigning it is familiar. Second drawback of assigning the roles, permanently assigning the roles to any user is in organization there will be thousands of employees. Okay. And what if her details are compromised? Someone got access to her username and password. So they can do some malicious activity and the user details and the global admin rights can be compromised. Okay, so there can be some third person or a malicious actor who can perform any activity and the global admin rights may be compromised. Okay, so the second drawback of assigning any user permanently any role is this. Okay, second drawback is what? There can be some compromise of what? Privilege. Okay, global admin privilege. So now we have these problems. Okay, if we assign any user permanent role, okay, permanent escalated role or highly privileged role, so we have few drawbacks. Okay, so in now we have drawbacks. So how do we accomplish or how do we prevent this from happening from any issues? So how we can avoid this situation? So we have one feature in Azure AD or Microsoft Entra ID that is called privileged identity management. Okay, so privileged identity management helps us overcome this challenge. Okay, overcome this challenge. Okay, where it went. Okay, so how it helps us? So using privileged identity management. Okay, so no user will be given permanent role. Okay, it is not like no user, but if you want to, so you have another option also. If suppose Sisma is from finance, or not from finance team, Susma is from user administrator team. Okay. She manages user related details like creation of user, resetting their password, everything she manages. She also requires global admin rights for 2 hours in a day. Okay, so what we can do for her is we can assign her user admin rights permanently. Okay, through assign roles future. Okay, since this is her permanent work. Okay. And what we can do is, since for 2 hours only she requires global admin rights, we can assign her we can assign her global admin rights through privileged identity management feature. Rights through PIM feature. Okay, so what this PIM feature will do? Suppose she requires access for 2 hours. Okay, so she requires access for 2 hours. So what Susma will do is Susma will request for the global admin rights access for 2 hours from this account administrator or global administrator. Okay, she will do first. First, she will be requesting. Okay, first she will request the access from the global admin. Okay, and the global admin will get a notification that Susma is requesting for the global admin rights for 2 hours. Okay, and Susma will also have to mention why she need this global admin rights for 2 hours. She need to mention that. Okay, and if this global administrator sees this, okay, she should be given the access because she has some works to do using this role. Okay, so what this user or what this global admin can do is he can grant the access. Okay, it is not working. He can grant the access to Susma for 2 hours, and once he needs to approve that request. Okay, he needs to approve that request first. Okay, and once this request is approved, Susma will be having the access, global admin access for 2 hours. And once this 2 hours is completed, her access, global admin access, will automatically be removed from his account. Okay, after 2 hours he won't be able to do anything which requires global admin rights. Okay, so this is all about global, not about global, this is all about privileged identity management feature. So what this feature provides us, this provides us roles based on request, based on timeline, and based on approval from our global admin. It is not that the who is global admin, suppose I have created the account, I became global admin and account administrator. It is not like I can only give Susma or any other user, or I can only approve any user's request. Okay, it is not like that. So we have another option also in place. Suppose we don't, I don't want to do all the work by myself. Okay, granting request, approving request. I don't want this to be done by me. Okay, so what I can do, I have another option also. I can create another user for this only. Okay, I can suppose create Anil. Okay, and I will assign this Anil guy privileged privileged administrator ter role. Okay. So I can create a user account on my Azure portal with any name. Okay. And I just need to add privileged administrator role to that user. Okay. And what I can do is, once this role is added to Anil, all the requests, okay, whenever a user will be requesting for this future, so all the requests will be coming to this Anil only. And if he approves, the user will be able to use that privilege. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, so this is all about privileged identity management. Okay, so tomorrow we'll try to see few things till we'll try to see. Okay, we won't be able to see everything is over here. Privileged identity management, assign eligibility. We need to assign the eligibility from here. Okay, we need to activate the role from here. We approve request. So everything is over here only. Once you come to this tab, privilege management tab, you will get all the options. My rules. Okay, pending request, approve request, whose request you have approved, which requests are in pending state. Okay, rules. Okay, everything is over here. Which what is the rules? Okay, suppose I have created Anil now, so I can assign Anil. Okay, privileged. Both roles you can assign, I think. Now it is showing two rules. Previously we had one only. Okay, yeah, this licensing thing, obviously it will prevent us from implementing this, but you can assign both the roles. Okay, or we can do a, we'll have to check this. What is the exact role? But privilege authentication administrator or role administrator. In between them only you need to assign. Okay, and that user will be given the rights. So you will have pending request. That user will have, once that user Anil logs in with his account now, who is having that privileged administrator role, when he comes to his pending request, so he will have request from Susma. He can approve the request, he can deny the request, so whatever he wants he can do. Okay, so over here, when Anil comes to his my roles, he will have that privileged administrator roles. Okay, so first thing is like you need to create an account, and you need to do what? You need to set up a privileged administrator for this. Okay, and one more thing, users. Also, I go to roles administrator. Okay, protected access. Okay. Okay, so is it clear till here? Tomorrow we'll try to see few more things, how to request for the roles and everything that I will tell you. Okay, and yeah, whatever is left now, we'll try to cover them by tomorrow, and then we'll start from Monday. We have to start storage. Okay.